I'm pleased to welcome Carolyn McCaskey from Alt Strings and the Alt Strings Academy here to the Self Care to Wellness Bundle. Thank you so much for being a sponsor of the Self Care to Wellness Bundle. I'm very, very excited to have you be a part of this bundle.
Thank you so much for having me. I think this is such an important topic and I'm so glad to get to be a part of it.
Yes, yes, we're very excited. So tell us, what drew you into the world of self-care or stress management in the first place?
So for me it was sort of a natural outgrowth of my work as a music teacher.
Okay.
So especially working with adults, right? I mean for kids maybe it can music lessons can either feel like a chore or if they really enjoy it it's sort of an escape for them. And I
Mhm.
think that for adults, it's more because they're choosing a lot of times more like they're the ones that are choosing to do it um, themselves. That is their form of self care and self expression at once.
Yes.
And so I sort of started to identify this as like what I do as
Mhm.
helping facilitate self care in the lives of adults. And so um, yeah, so when I formed Alt Strings Academy, that was just sort of built in that we go, okay, well, we're here, we're showing up for ourselves, doing something that a hobby that we can do like for all of our lives, and making friends that do it together, and that just sort of in the same way that supporting like the ergonomic setup
Mhm.
of like the care of the body that's doing the music playing. It just also became care of the mind as well, and we support each other sort of holistically like that. So it was really my students, I think, that helped draw me into this concept and helping because that's the support that they needed.
Oh, I love this because so often people have a very narrow view of what self-care is, as most people think, oh, take a bubble bath or go to the spa or something like that. But it's such a well-rounded concept. And I love the idea of learn how to play an instrument and do something that helps you care for your body and your mind in a way that doesn't feel difficult and actually in a way that can be fun. That is a wonderful thing. Tell us a little bit more about your organization and the work that you're most passionate about right now.
Yeah, so my organization is called Alt Strings, like alternative strings. Basically, the idea that it's not the piano lessons you might have been forced to take as a kid.
So people are having flashbacks right now.
The idea of coming to playing music or coming back to playing music sometimes as an adult. I really feel like adult music learners are a very underserved population. Alt Strings Academy, it's set up like a gym membership. Like you pay like a
Okay.
monthly fee and then you can come to whatever you want, including like office hours, like getting like one-to-one back and things like that.
Okay.
I'm really passionate about supporting people in like midlife and after, in
Mhm.
terms of helping enrich their lives. I mean, music is something that has brought me great joy since I
Mhm.
started playing the violin at age 9, and it's just something that I've always loved, and it's been so fun to like draw people in from like all
Yes.
walks of life that
Yes.
go like, hey, I love the sound of the violin too, or like I want to play fiddle music, or
Mhm.
I heard violin jazz and I want to try that. And it just getting to give everybody a big hug and fold them all into this group.
I
And
love it.
when you get all of these people together that want to connect with
Mhm.
others through playing music, get a little bit better or get a little bit deeper into something, each day, there's something that's very healing about that practice. And to get people together that get that is just so valuable entering midlife. And
Mhm.
I'm seeing wonderful older women in this organization and Alt Strings Academy that yeah, they've seen a lot of life, and
Yes.
they're like, this is like how I want to spend my time. It's also the people that still work. Many of them are caring for family
Mhm.
members, or they have very demanding jobs, but go, I'm gonna make time on my like
Do
lunch
this for
break at
myself.
Tuesday to like come in and
Mhm.
pop in and do office hours and check in, because like this is something that I'm doing for myself. I admire all of them, and I get to see so many different ways to be a human in the
Yes.
world. it's so
Yes.
it's so
Yes.
great
I
for me
love it.
personally. Like I love it too. So yeah.
I love it. Yeah, it sounds like it's similar to the concept of volunteering. You're volunteering in theory to help other people, but actually you're really helping yourself. One of the things I think is so wonderful about music and using it for self-care is that it allows you to be creative. And even for people who feel like, oh, I'm not creative, it allows you to tap into
Yeah.
that creativity and sort of care for yourself. And it's something, being involved with music and playing instruments is something that you can do for a lifetime. So now with all of that, with working with your students and teaching and caring for yourself, that sounds like you're definitely busy as an
Yes.
entrepreneur. I'm definitely sure about that. So for you in your everyday real life, what does self-care look like for you? Like not an ideal version, but a realistic self-care practice that you engage in that really makes a difference in your daily life. What does that look
For me, it has really come down to listening to my body, prioritizing what my body needs instead of just only what my. But for me, like, especially play, I spend a lot of time playing music, not only teaching, but I also perform. And so I ask a lot of my body. Times, all I want to do at the end of the day is just like crash and watch TV. Maybe I'll like crash and watch TV while I rub my shoulders, or
like?
basically I try to like stack stuff together. I
Yes.
might not have time to like go to the gym all the time. I do brush my teeth every day. I know. Like, yay. Right. Basic. Like I know. Making it happen. So when I'm brushing my teeth, sometimes I'll do like a wall sit while I brush my teeth or something like that. Stacking stuff either like right after the other or at the same time if you can. Sometimes I try to do like stretching and stuff while I'm watching TV as well. Taking care of my mind. I definitely have a racing mind, and for me like the idea of meditation is really difficult. Try to notice like what's around me, even if it's just okay, I'm facing my computer, maybe I just take 1 second and just like face the wall and go, okay, let's like look at the wall. And I love this concept of waiting for your soul to catch up.
Oh, I love that. I love
Yeah,
that.
I can't remember where I heard that phrase, but it was basically the idea of I'm going so fast that stuff can kind of lose meaning.
Right.
And
It goes
that if
right
I just
past you.
yeah, exactly. It's so interesting because like I said, I really struggle with the idea of meditation, but if I do sit for even just a minute or two, I do feel like there's a moment where that shift happens
Yeah.
where I'm like in all the what they say with meditation, like the
Like
monkey
in the
mind, like it's
flow,
just
and
all
yes, it
yeah,
just calms
yeah,
down just a
yeah.
little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's this moment where it's like, oh, okay, here I am.
Can
And then
just breathe. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and so for me, so just for the the meditation curious or the folks who are like, oh, that doesn't work for me, or I don't have time for that. Like, might be like a nice like beginning step towards that to just like
Exactly.
just conceptualize that just a minute or something, just to let your soul catch up
Yeah.
and
Yes.
just see what do you see, what do you hear around you, and just breathe. It's been truly life changing for me. I find that I can just get busy, 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 and
Yes.
it's not.
And not necessarily doing anything while being busy.
Yeah, it's like I
No,
don't need to
I
check my
love it.
email again. Like, yeah,
Completely agree. I love personally myself habit stacking. We're all about practical self-care here and mastering your stress and being able to stack a self-care practice on top of something that you have to do anyway is like best way of being able to work it into your day without it feeling like yet another chore or like adding to your to-do list. So that is great. Women struggle with self-care. Like, what do you think is usually happening kind of beneath the surface?
I think it has a lot to do with our conditioning, as even from girlhood, even just if we were raised by mothers that we see like always we're always putting other people first,
Mhm.
and putting their own needs last, if at all. Kids are incredible model. They model what they see around them, and
Absolutely.
these generational things continue on, right? So what I tend to see is guilt, right, at spending time on something of for yourself rather than in service of other people. Sometimes it's even to the point where those other people like never asked you to do that. It's just so deeply ingrained. They can make their own bed, or they can
Yeah, make a snack for themselves.
make a snack for
Yeah.
themselves, insert whatever it is that we're doing instead of taking care of ourselves. It's more difficult, I think, when I see folks who are in like caretaker positions. Either they're like
Yeah.
deep in the trenches of parenthood, or they're deep in the trenches of caring for older parents. But it is work that disproportionately women are asked to do
Yes,
in an unpaid
absolutely.
way. And I think that there's a little bit of societal expectation, family
Hmm.
expectation, not asking enough of the men in our lives sometimes. Just going to
Hmm.
go ahead and call that out as not,
It's true. It's absolutely true.
yeah, yeah.
It is.
I feel like guilt and conditioning is really a
Yeah.
big part of it.
Absolutely. I think that that's been a theme throughout these conversations that I've been having. Yeah, and it's true because, like you said, we definitely, as a society in this culture, that is part of the way that we women have been raised, that it's your role to take care of others and sacrifice yourself along the way, so to speak. And a lot of women do end up feeling guilty about taking time for themselves every once in a while. And so, just speaking about guilt, what do you think is one mindset shift that can help women to prioritize themselves or prioritize self care without necessarily feeling so much guilt?
I do think that if you must come at it from sort of an in service of others type of a mindset,
Mhm.
then I think you can absolutely spend a couple weeks just observing yourself and going like, okay, if you're really tired or you're really just like you have nothing left to give, how are you when you interact with the people around you, patient and caring and loving in the way that you would like to show up for those people? Or are you snapping at them and, going like,
I get
I
it.
already told you, or we deal with this every day, what, or whatever it, whatever it is. It's the idea of you can't pour from an empty cup, right? So
Absolutely.
you have to look at it from in service of others rather than just being for yourself, which is, I know that's a big leap and a big ask for a lot of us, but to go like, okay, well, can I show up for, my child or my partner or my parent or whoever it is
Mhm.
that is in my life? Can I really be that person that I want to be for them if my cup is empty? If you're really honest with yourself and really observing what's going on, I think you'll come up pretty quickly with the answer that no, I don't want to be the mom that yells at my kids or like
Mhm.
child that snaps at my parent for taking too long or because they can't hear me.
Yeah,
Why am I, they can't hear me. Why am I mad about that? That mindset shift, I think, if you let it, can lead to when I'm not like that, what have I done to take care of myself beforehand?
absolutely. I love that so much because yes, I myself have struggled with not trying not to feel guilty when wanting to take time for myself and similarly thinking about, well, how would I want to show up for my loved one in a positive way and how can I do that if I'm not taking care of myself? You need to make the time to take the time to care for yourself in order for you to be the type of daughter, spouse, caregiver to those you love. So I wholeheartedly agree with everything that you're saying. Changing gears a little bit, tell us a little bit about the resource that you contributed to the Self Care to Wellness bundle. Who is it for, and what type of problem does it help solve?
If you've ever wanted to play the violin or the cello or anything like that, that's what I do. Basically, an ebook that goes along with a series of videos that you can follow along and basically learn violin at home from the beginning. There's a checklist that you can look and go, okay, like what mindset, do I need? What do I need to do with my schedule? Like, can I find 5 minutes, a day to learn how to hold the bow correctly and
Okay.
just sort of be present. The resource that I have in the bundle, it's a checklist and a book that you can go ahead and learn your first song at home. For many of us, learning to play a song on an instrument is maybe like a bucket list item, and I thought that
Mhm.
that would be a really cool thing to give people.
Sounds as if you're able to sort of break down the beginning steps in a way that doesn't make it feel overwhelming. What do you hope feels different for people after they use your resource, the ebook?
I hope that they feel accomplished. Of course, it doesn't have to be like, I've always wanted to play the violin. Like, it could just be like, oh, I just never really thought that that was for me. But I hope that they, first of all, they figure out if that's something that they actually does bring them joy. And also, if they do want to continue, that they have the knowledge that they had a good start in fundamentals. It's not just someone going like, here, like make a fist around this stick and like go back and forth. Like, that's not, you know, so that they got good instruction.
I love it. So that kind of really segues into our next question. What are you currently either building or excited about? And how can people stay connected to you?
My project, a membership site, pay like, once a month, and then you can come to as many or as few events as you want. There's a lot of pre-recorded content, but really the live stuff is what it's about. I mean, we even have like member run events, like there's like a like social hour, people come and chat about like, oh, have you guys tried going to an Irish fiddle session, like the yeah, and there's also a book club about we're going through the book Learn Faster, Perform Better, by Molly Gebrian. It's really incredible. It's a part of our practice summit. I have two live summits
Oh, I love it.
each year. So we have the practice summit that's all about ergonomic approach to the instrument and practice strategy and performance psychology. Because like a lot of times, like maybe you do learn that one song and you're like, but I nobody's ever gonna know because there's no way I'm playing it for somebody else. Right? Forget it. Yeah. PracticeSummit.com and thegroovesummit.com. If you are somebody who
Okay.
already plays, or maybe you used to play, we have improvisation and
Okay.
chord playing and accompanying singers and things like that at thegroovesummit.com. So the practice summits in the fall and the groove summits in the spring. Yeah, but of course the community of Alt Strings Academy is really the thing that I'm passionate about. I mean, it's a great group of people and just so welcoming of people that are just starting. And I'm really excited about building out the program for beginning violinists and cellists and many teachers that are part of our community as well. It's a great place to be if you're a musician or want to be a musician and you want to hang out with other people. I just want to drive home that you don't need anybody's permission to do music or to do anything creative. You just don't. You just do it.
I
Yeah.
love that. I'm going to reiterate, you don't need anyone's permission to do something creative. Just do it. Wonderful. It's absolutely true because creativity in any way, shape, or form is absolutely a form of self-care.
Absolutely. It is because
Absolutely.
it gives you something like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. There's like
Hmm.
the base where you got to have like the food and the shelter and the, stuff like that and feel safe and as as it goes up you get more towards like the self-actualization. Of course you need these other things. You need rest. You need to nourish your body with good food. Also to be human,
Yes.
there's something inside all of us. You have something inside you, the thing that already appreciates music or art or dance or theater or poetry or novel or something like that. That's already there, and that's a part of you
Yes.
that deserves to be nurtured.
Absolutely. It's whatever lights you up
Yes.
inside. So for you, it's music. For me, it's scrapbooking.
Yeah.
Everyone has something. Absolutely. Love it. So one final question for you. What is your favorite self-care or stress management related quote
Kind of have two that that we talked about already, which is
earlier?
give yourself time for your soul to catch up.
Yes. Love
It's sort of one of these things that everybody says, everybody else
it.
says
Yeah.
it. So for me, there's another that sort of more of like an affirmation.
Okay.
Basically, I deserve to be cared for.
I love it. Yes, I think that more people need to say that to themselves and affirm that with themselves. I deserve to be cared for. Well, Caroline, I would just like to thank you again for being a sponsor of the Self Care to Wellness Bundle. Thank you for taking the time to talk with me a little bit more about what you do. I love the idea of Alt Strings Academy and being able to get to know other people through the practice of music. It's a wonderful thing.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a real joy and an honor to be included in this. So thank you so much for creating this incredible resource for people.